was drowning in bottles, lost in the smoke. Every promise I made was a promise I broke. The woman I loved, she walked away, took the children's laughter, left me in decay. I gambled my soul, I sold my name, burned every bridge in the fire of shame. I stared in the mirror, a ghost in my eyes, a man still breathing, but already died. But one dark night, with a silent scream, I fell to the ground, broken and redeemed. I made a promise to myself that night I'd break the chains, I'd find the light, the fire of hell. It marked my skin, but a man can rise when he fights within. These are the chains I broke, the curse I left behind. From the ashes I walk with a brand new state of mind. I was a prisoner of the life I chose, but I'm free at last, and my spirit knows. Now I walk these roads with a steady stride. The past still haunts, but it can't decide. I've seen the grave, I've felt its breath, but I learned that hope is stronger than death. To the broken men who can't see the dawn, to the weary souls who think they're gone. Of the life I chose, but I'm free at last, and my spirit knows. I've seen the storms tear the mountains down. I watched the silence drown the town. I felt the fire scorch my skin, and I've lost more battles than I've ever won. But here I stand, unbounded, unshaken, a soul on fire, never forsaken. For the truth of man is not in their fault, but the way they rise when they've lost it all. seen the fool repeat his fault, blind to the voice that could save it all. But wisdom grows where the humble stand, with open hearts and open hands. The silence speaks, the shadows teach. The deepest truths are the hardest to reach. And when I die, let it be said, he carried the crown upon his head. The strongest men aren't those who reign, but those who turn their scars to gain. This is the crown of wisdom, carved by the hand of time. It shines through pain and sorrow. It makes the spirit climb. For the greatest throne a man can claim is a heart made whole by the crown of flame. I've seen the proud brought to their knees. I've seen the truth in the quiet breeze. The golden man will fade to dust, but love and honor are the crown we trust. Wisdom's weight is a holy flame. It cuts the lies, it shapes the name. And though the world may chase the loud, the wise walk silent but stand up and bow. The strongest men are those who reign, but those who turn their scars to gain. This is the crown of wisdom, carved by the hand of time. It shines through pain and sorrow. It makes the spirit climb. For the greatest throne a man can claim, is a heart made whole by the crown of flame. It's not in riches, it's not in fame, it's in forgiveness, it's in the name. The man who listens, the man who sees, holds the keys to eternity. His hands were broken, his back was sore. He built a home from an empty floor. Every dawn he rose through the cold, through the rain, trading his youth for a lifetime of pain. He walked through hunger, he carried the load, chose his children's dreams over his own. No crown, no glory, no riches to show, but his love was a seed that would always grow. He gave up the night, he gave up his rest, laid down his heart so they lived their best. The shoes he wore were torn and thin, but his children walked in the finest skin. He said, take the world, take what I could not make, a life from the chances I never got. And though he stood with nothing in hand, he gave them the earth by the strength of a man. And the years rolled by, but the truth remained. A father's love is a holy flame. He's a man they call father, the hero's son. It carried the weight so his children could run. And when their journey reached the light of day, they gave it all back in a grander way. The children returned with honor and pride. They placed their will at their father's side. Everything we are, we owe to you. The battles you fought, the life you knew. Now he walks in peace with a humble heart, a man of honor set apart. For the riches he holds are not of gold, but the love of his children as he grows old. The years roll by, but the truth remained. A father's love is a holy flame.
I've made a vow the world can't hear, spoken in silence, carved in fear. Not to the crowd, not to the land, but to the man I am, by my own hand. Were cruel, the days were long, but I swore my soul would remain strong. No matter the storm, no matter the cost, I won't betray the man I've lost. I failed before, I bled the ground, but my word to myself is a truth I found. The lies can tempt, the flesh can break, but I'll stand again for my own sake. No gold, no crown, no stranger's cheer weighs as much as the oath I bear. For the hardest promise a man can keep is the one he makes in the silence deep. No one can judge, no one can see, but I know the fire that burns in me. This is my vow to myself. The betrayal I won't make through the darkest nights, through the trials I stay. No matter the voices, no matter the hill, the truth of the earth to myself. When the years are gone and the mirror fades, when the fire is low and the price is paid, I'll stand unbroken, I'll stand unbound, for I live my life by the words I vow. Not a slave to doubt, not a fool of pride, but a man who stands for what's inside. The only crown I'll ever claim is to keep my word, to hold my No one can touch, no one can see, but I know the fire that burns in me. This is my vow to myself. The power I won't betray through the darkest nights, through the trials I stay. No matter the voices, no matter the hell, the truth of the earth to myself. The world may fall, the crowd may fade, but the man inside is the one I've made. And when I die, let the story tell, he never broke his oath to himself. This is my vow to myself. The truth I won't betray. Through the darkest nights, through the trials I'll stay. No matter the voices, no matter the hell, I keep the truth of the earth to myself. Yes, I